Uh, Good morning. My name is Joseph Sikulu. I'm here as part of the Sunrise Project, but with the People's Delegation, which is a group of people who have descended on Canberra these next few days to talk to our government about their ambitions when it comes to our climate goals and the next sets of NDCs. What we're going to put for you today is an action, but also hear from some of the people here from this delegation. As a Pacific person, the way we show up in the space is very important. And as we're thinking about our journey to COP31, one of the things we want to try and do is understand that our stories can be communicated in many ways. And so we have a choir who's going to sing some of the songs that are a representation of who we are as Pacific people. And then we're going to usher in our spokes for today. We're going to talk about what we're doing here in Canberra. And so without any further ado, I'd just like to welcome our choir from Fiji. And our choir master here is Ili Savani Gaba. And then they're going to perform a few numbers, and then I'm going to invite our speakers to come and address the press.
We leave our islands in search for our paradise, and through the rough seas and the burning sun, we realize that we are one. We leave our islands in search for our paradise, and through the rough seas and the burning sun, we realize that we are one. And in tears we is enjoy we
Mana Pacifica,
Mana Pacifica.
in tears we
Enjoy we reign, for let our to our ears with us.
and in tears
Enjoy we
Mana Pacifica,
Mana Pacifica.
in tears
Enjoy we reign, for let our to our ears with us. Go for let our to our ears with us. Go for let our to our ears with us.
Thank you so much. Just going to do a bit of a reshuffle as we bring our speakers in for this evening, but gratitude to our choir for opening. Today we have for you 4 speakers. We're going to talk about why we're here. Opening for us today is Auntie McRose from Torres Strait, followed by Jacinta Formatu, who is here as representation of 350 Pacific. We also have Mal Fruin, who is the chairperson for the New South Wales Pacific Council, and then closing us will be Larissa Baldwin from Common Threads.
Can you go first?
Yes.
And we'll lift these mics up. Thank you. You good? Yes.
Just put your hands up when you're ready.
You guys good? Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Macrose Elu. I'm from Saibai Island on the top western Torres Strait, the island that recently been on the media for the climate change action that we've lost. This is a message for our Prime Minister and for Chris Bowen. Set a science-based emissions target to stay within 1.5 degrees. Our islands are sinking. The scientists are predicting 2035, Saibai and Boigo Island will be under the water. Unless this government made the solutions and decisions on changing the laws, then we can be in a way of saving our islands and not to sink. We have no water, no food or plantation. Sustainability is very poor. Our people are depending on the barge to come in every fortnight. But weather permitted, if they can get there in time to give us the products that's about 3 weeks old. So we cannot garden, we cannot hunt, and our people are at risk. And it's a message for the government to come and sit with us and tell our young people to their eyes what their future lies. And this is for the betterment of our people in the Torres Strait. And I think also it's accountability for the government to take action and come and see us, talk with us and feel our islands, speak to them, and our water and the ocean, depth, above and beyond and below, the stars, the skies, the currents, the waves. Let them feel it, just like our people from the time immemorial that lives on these islands. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, my name is Sandy Taylor. I'm from Cairns, far north Queensland. I'm standing here today in the People's House and I'm wanting to give a very strong message around climate action. Climate change and climate impacts, it doesn't discriminate. It affects all of us. It affects our First Nations communities, our Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities around this beautiful country of ours. As you've just heard from Sister McRose, Ilu, it's actually impacting in the Torres Strait regions and in the outer islands. We need to take effective, collaborative climate change action, and we are here today to implore and encourage the Australian government through Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to actually sit down with us and collaboratively work with us on looking at innovative and creative pre-mitigation strategies, mitigation and adaptation strategies in order to keep under 1.5 degrees. So thank you for your time, and to leave you with a message: if we're not at the menu, if you're not at the table, you're probably on the menu. Thank you.
Kia ora koutou, everybody. Thank you to the beautiful choir. You brought the voices of your tupuna and your ancestors. Thank you to the aunties who have spoken your beautiful words. My name is Malamy Fruin. Now I am the chair of the New South Wales Council for Pacific Communities. As a proud Pacifica representative, we stand in solidarity with our First Nations brothers and sisters, recognising our collective duty to protect our Pacific homes. Today marks an urgent step towards resilience, justice and regional leadership. For us, climate action is deeply personal. Rising seas, intensifying storms and vanishing coastlines threaten our cultures, our homes and our futures. We are here to ensure Pacific voices shape solutions that honour our lived realities, and we believe that this journey must be walked side by side with our First Nations peoples. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jacinta. I am the Pacific campaigner with 350.org. Today you heard the songs of the Pacific people in these halls. These songs represent all that we stand to lose to the climate crisis and all that we stand to fight to protect. Today, people of the Pacific are standing before the Australian government and drawing the line at 1.5 degrees. Science has continuously stated that 1.5 is the limit our planet can sustain, and the International Court of Justice has made it clear that remaining below 1.5 degrees of global heating is the legal obligation of states. We are here to put the Australian government on notice. We are drawing the line. This September, thousands of us will take to the streets to remind leaders of the commitment they make to the 1.5 degree target and a commitment that we won't let them back down from. The law has caught up with the science, and the science confirms what we've been saying for decades. There is no room for fossil fuel production, whether it's burnt here in Australia or exported elsewhere. Is the government going to ignore the science, international law, and the voices of its Pacific neighbours? That is an awful lot to remain deaf to. Today, we will hand over a petition with close to 10,000 signatures calling for an energy transition that includes everyone. Earlier this year, we rallied Pacific communities to vote in a government that would prioritise climate action. Please, do not disappoint your constituents and do not disappoint your Pacific neighbours. The Australian government must do better if it wants to be considered family to the Pacific and a true leader for COP31. We acknowledge the immense support Australia has shown the Pacific in terms of the renewable energy transition and supporting countries like Palau with their solar energy development. But as President Whip said from Palau, the merit and credibility for a bid from the Australia and Pacific will rest upon two factors. The first is the level of ambition demonstrated by Australia in the formulation of its 2035 emissions reduction target. And the second factor will be the collaborative spirit embedded in the Australian Pacific Partnership. And your Pacific partners are telling you it's 1.5 or nothing for us. The Pacific is using every tool at their disposal to keep our islands above water. Our leaders use diplomacy. Our students use litigation at the world's highest court. And as for us, we'll use our voice, our stories, and our songs to remind the world what is at stake. We are here today to speak to Australian leaders in their arena, in the hopes that they will see reason and align their updated NDCs with the 1.5 degree target. Because this September, as I said, we will speak from our streets, our villages, our churches, and our schools. We are drawing the line for 1.5 degrees, and we need to know which side Australia stands on. Thank you.
Dingiwala. My name is Larissa Baldwin Roberts, and I am the Executive Director of Common Threads. We're here today